Welcome to the 2021 Columbus Artists Guild exhibition. We really regret that we were unable to have a reception, but COVID just prevented it. We just cannot have that many people together at one time. What I want to do is I want to introduce to you what the exhibit is all about, as if you were here walking around and seeing what is here. It is absolutely amazing. The children's exhibition is unbelievable. Some of these children's art is just something you would think a much older adult did. And I want to walk you around and show you what these children have done first. Isabella is 6 years old, did this all by herself. The outcome is just amazing. When they do the port art, the adult or child, either one, selects their colors that they want to deal with. And Isabella was very particular as to what colors she liked. You mix them and you pour them on the canvas in a way that it makes the design you want. And you can see her entitlement of her painting is Galaxy, and it's appropriate for what she ended up with. The second place winner is Daniel Van Horn. He is 6 years old, and I have seen many paintings, 17, 18, even above, that would not equal the detail that this young man has been able to capture on this painting. If you will look at the water, the sailboats, they're all perfectly proportioned, and I think that Daniel is going to be a fantastic artist by the time he reaches adulthood. The first place winner in the 7 and under is a 5-year-old, Anay Espinosa. Her depiction of the secret life of flowers, even though her artwork is not as creative and as detailed as was the sailboats, her concept of what she's wanting to do is far more superior than the other paintings here for the 7 and unders. You can see that she has depicted the life of how flowers are developed and so forth. We congratulate Anay for this work, and we know she's going to do great things in the future. We're now looking at the ages 8 to 11, and this is the third place winner, which is Michael Garcia. Michael did a painting he called The Forest of Peace, which is simply a depiction of movement through trees and etc., that you can see the quiet in it as you look at it. And the title of it is The Forest of Peace. And he is our third place winner. And again, I think Michael will go a long way in art. The second place winner is a poured art. And poured art is not difficult per se, but the selection of the colors that you want to do and how you want it to react is somewhat difficult, and it requires a lot of talent to do so. And Turner started off and wanted to do something that sort of resembled a pearl and whatever, and that's what she did. She's one of my favorite persons because she's my great-granddaughter. First place winner is a frequent enterer into our contest. She is the granddaughter of one of our senior members. Janie has entered several of these contests since she was very little. So she's not a newcomer to art exhibition, but you can see she has improved greatly. Her depiction of the flowers that you see, they're good and they look good. And I know from being around her grandmother, she's going to grow up to be a great artist. Our last children's category is the 12 to 17 year olds. Our third place winner is Brian Vasquez, and he is depicting a soccer player on a hot day, and his entitlement of this is Hot Play Day. He has captured what is going on. He's got the sun, and he's got the guy out playing soccer, and the judges believe this was a rendition of what he was trying to show. Second place is Miss Julie Chow, and you can see the beach, and you can see that it's nearly sunset, and that's what she was depicting, and that's what you see. This painting, again, depicts a growing item that they will be artists in the future. The last is a 17-year-old who did this particular painting, and it's acrylic painting of a goat, and you can just feel that goat. She is entitled it White Knight, I guess the name of the goat. I would suspect she's going to be in many art contests in the future and is going to do well. And we thank all the children who have entered and their parents for assisting us in putting all of this together. Now that we've done that, I want to walk you through the entire exhibit. I want you to just look at the amazement that we have done this year. We can be proud of our artists. They have done something that is just beyond belief, especially during these trying times. But I want you to enjoy what we're going to show you now. We're just going to walk you through and see all of the paintings that we have on display. The Columbus Artists Guild has been recognizing now for several years that artists sometimes are not beginners, but are not the accomplished professionals that you have seen in some of the other paintings. So we have a category called first time entry. And if this is your first time that you have entered this competition, then you're put into a separate group. And this painting called Nautilus Reflectol by Renner Loney was the winning entry for first time entries. And it's very well done. It is a photography. How she did this, I don't know, but she did do it. This painting, again, is done by a first-timer, Norma Eva Sharp. The painting is entitled Porcupine, which is pretty obvious because it is definitely a porcupine. I don't know how she got that close to it to paint it, but she did. She is our second place winner for the first-time entries. We have one other category. We have created this year, for the second time in about 5 or 6 years, a category called adult students. And these are adults who are attending classes to learn to paint and etc. This is the first one here, and this is actually the second place winner, which is a painting entitled Winter Sleigh Day, performed by Marcia Foles. And she is the recipient of the second place award for adult student. The first place winner of the adult student is Celia Solomon. She has done a work called The Passage. It is a collage, and she's done an amazing job with it. She is deserving of the first place for the adult student. The Columbus Artists Guild is very fortunate to have patrons who provide money for specific art that they want to memorialize awards for their mother, father, friend, or whatsoever. I want to take you through the different awards that have been given this year. First off, we have the Wendell Taylor Award, which was a Michelle Hardwick painting called Winterberry Perch. And I'll have to tell you that this year, for the first time, we are offering the patrons who have given money to actually come in and select the painting that best depicts the person whom they are giving a memorial to. And Wendell Taylor's son came to select this painting. And this is the one he did, which is Whiteberry Perch. And you can look at this and see the berries. You can see, almost touch them and get there. And so we congratulate Michelle for receiving this award. It is a real honor, especially since Wendell Taylor's son selected this one. The second one is a new award this year. Doug McLeod wishes to honor his mother with a memorial award. And Doug came up and he actually was helping hanging all these paintings, so he was familiar with what was here. And he selected Adeline Scott's painting of the Way to receive this award. It is a finger painting. It is absolutely depicts a way through a forest there. This painting, entitled Red Room Portrait, is done by Jarrett Holbrook, and he is the recipient of the Tuesday Art Group Award. And this is a young man who will go a long way in art. You can see the detail of what he's done, but he is a recipient of the Tuesday Art Group Award, and well deserving. This is a painting done by Booth Malone entitled My Coving Response - Georgia. It may seem like just some tubes of paint laying there that he has painted, but each of those tubes of paint has a significance to Georgia. For instance, the blue is Buckhead blue. Then you've got other ones that have other cities and places in Georgia, and etc. You got the Georgia peach. Booth is the recipient of the Diane and Pat Osborne Award, and he is well deserved because this painting is very well done. It's an oil painting. Susan Dolan is a very well-known and well-respected watercolor artist here in Columbus. She has done a piece entitled By the Butterfly Bushes, and she is the recipient of the Kent and Steve Award, and no doubt well deserved. This painting was done by Pat Christian, who is another very well-known local artist. She's been with the Artist Guild for many, many years, and in fact, you saw one of her great-grandchildren's paintings in the children's art. This painting is entitled A New York State of Mind. She is the recipient of the Riley and Betty Dillard Memorial Award, and it is a major award. It's not a little one, this is a major award. The Riley and Betty Dillard Memorial Award, this painting was selected by the family, and that this painting is incredible, and it does depict the New York State of Mind, as she has entitled it. This painting is again by a local artist who's been with us for some time, Susan Culpepper, and it's entitled The Storyteller. And you can see when you're looking at this that this man is telling a story. He's using motion with his hands, his eyes, and his whole body to do so. She is the recipient of the Margie Patterson Memorial, and once again the Patterson family came here, went through all these paintings, and selected the best one that would depict what Margie Patterson would have picked herself had she been here. The Artist Guild had 3 judges who came through and spent many hours coding and each of these pieces of artwork, and they had a scale of 1 to 10, and they picked up 3 different categories that they measured them on, and we then compiled their results for each of the judges. 2 of them were lay, 1 professional. Based on those results, we have selected the winners of the 3D and all the other categories. But the second place winner is John Wright, who is an accomplished sculptor, and he has a piece entitled Molly, which you can see that has to look exactly like Molly. Congratulations, John, for such a good job. This piece is entitled All That I Can See Plus. It's a brand new category of 3D. It's the first time we've ever had such a piece, but it is a gourd that has been painted and all these kind of things, which is just magnificent. A fellow named Herman Fisher, who you will see a lot of now that he is here in Columbus, but he is the recipient of the first place award for 3D works. The next category is what we have entitled Mixed Media, which includes pencil, and this particular piece is a pastel pencil performed by Susan McCullum. It's entitled Saharan Century. It's almost unbelievable that she was able to do this with a pencil, but if you look at the detail in this, it's just incredible. And she has won the 3rd place award for mixed media. Continuing with the mixed media, our 2nd place winner is William Stokes, who is a newcomer to the Artist Guild, but he does just fantastic work, as you can see. His entry is entitled Beauty of the Chattahoochee. It is a depiction of what you would think about when you see the Chattahoochee River and the whole valley area. Congratulations, William, and we hope to see you for many, many years to come. Our first place winner in mixed media is Jan Wilson, and you may recall that in 2019 she won Best in Show for a piece that was a peacock that she did under the same kind of thing. I can't even imagine how many hundreds and hundreds of hours she spent doing this, but it is beautiful. And it's called Chiquita, and it is well-deserved first place award for the mixed media. Our next award category is watercolor, and our first award, which is the third place award, goes to Pat Christian, who is also an accomplished watercolorist. She has won everything in the Artist Guild that has been offered over the years. She's a longtime member. This one is entitled Tillman's Island, Maryland, and Pat is from Maryland, from that area, and she visits there quite often, and you can just feel the water in the boats as they're sitting there in the water. She's well deserved for this third place prize. The second place award for watercolor goes to Eric Maddox, and his painting is entitled Almost Home, and this is just a sad thing because Eric passed away a few days ago, and we know he is almost home. So he is well deserving of the second place and maybe Best in Show and everything else that we could offer him. We thank Eric for all the years that he has worked with us. And the first place award for watercolor goes to Yurli. He is a watercolorist who does more detailed work than anything you could ever imagine. Yurli has been with us for 30 years that he just told me a few hours ago. And if you will look at the detail on this painting, how in the world he got all those medals in watercolor, I don't know. And I asked him and he just wouldn't tell me how he does it. But this is a also well-deserved first place award. Our next category is photography, and this is by Bill Berryman. He's a local doctor. I don't have any idea how he did this. The title of it is Autumn Colors Under Ice, but he is the recipient of our third place photography award, and this is his first time entry into the Guild. Our second place winner into the photography is Don Williams, who also is a newcomer to the Artist Guild. It's entitled In Flight, and he is a wildlife photographer. And how in the world was he able to photograph those geese flying together like that? I don't know, but he did it, and he did a good job of it. He's deserving of the second place award for photography. Our first place photography award goes to Reena Loney for a photography called Longleaf 5, which looks like she captured it either just at sundown or just at sun up. But it is just an amazing photo. You can see the green on the trees, and yet it's getting dark or getting light, one or the other. I'm not sure which it is, but it is an incredible photograph, and she deserves the first place award. Our next category is acrylic, and this painting was performed by Carol Hall Collins, and she is a longtime member of the Artist Guild and does just incredible work. This is a third place winner. It's entitled Sunrise in North Georgia. Our second place winner of the acrylic is Adeline Scott, and her painting is entitled Woman in Gold, and she again is a longtime member of the Artist Guild and just does fantastic work. Our first place winner is my favorite person in the whole world. Every time I look in the mirror, I see him. This is my painting, Ray Vinson, and it is entitled Gills Creek. And where this came from and the depiction that I was trying to do is my son-in-law has a very large lake. This is the creek that feeds his lake. It just was a beautiful setting, and I hope you guys like it. Our next category is oil painting, and as I'm sure you know, oil painting is the most difficult of all of them to win in because that's how all the professionals paint. And so you're competing against people with unimaginable skills. Our third place winner is entitled Hot Summer Day. It was performed by Carol Ranieri. It is just beautiful, and it depicts exactly what she's saying. Just a guy he's hot. Our next oil painting winner is Bucky Bowles, and Bucky is a former president of the Columbus Artists Guild, a world-renowned oil painter. His paintings appear on covers of magazines and all over the place. This one is entitled Thunder in the Hills, and you can almost touch those turkeys running down this particular mountainside. Our first place winner is Steve Boykin, who is also an accomplished oil painter, has been in the Artist Guild for many years, is on our board, works an awful lot with us, is a good friend, and he just does unbelievable work. The title of this work is Ayana, which is forever flowering. And can't you just imagine how beautiful this girl is going to be when she grows up? And he is well deserved for the first place award. As president of the Columbus Artists Guild, I get to select one painting that I think depicts basically the spirit of what the Artists Guild is all about. And I have selected new member who is a photographer, Jordan Tickleman, and her photo is of 1129th Street. I think she did an incredible job, and she's going to be with us for many, many years because she does do such an incredible job. Our final category, which is our grand finale, is our Best in Show. And the Best in Show is determined by when the three judges go through, they score all of the paintings or sculptures or whatever, and they tally up the score. And this particular piece got a score of 85, which was 5 points better than any other piece that we had. So that's what determined to be Best in Show. And when you look at it, you have to admit that it is deserving. The detail that Gary Pound has done on this is amazing. You can feel the movement and whatever, and the title of it is BLM. Congratulations, Gary, for doing such an incredible job and letting us hang it and show it for the next month. I just want to thank all the artists who participated in this exhibition and all the people who helped prepare it, who helped put up these panels, who helped hang the art, who helped cut the name tags and make them, and etc. And I hope you will all grab your aunts and uncles and brothers and sisters and come down and look at it, because it is magnificent.